And we're live. Hello, hello. Welcome to Exploitation Reviews, another live stream. It has been quite some time since I've done one of these. So I got some stuff in the past couple of months that we could talk about. Otherwise, feel free to post any questions, comments, complaints, praises, whatever in the chat, and then we can chat. So, how have we all been doing? 10,000 subscribers, by the way. That's super awesome. I didn't think that would happen. Now I'm kind of curious to see what will happen in the future. So we will see. But cheers. Thank you. Let's celebrate. Apple juice. That's what that is. Of course, that's what that is. I love apple juice. Right, so things to talk about. One, instead of a movie, a book that I read a few months ago, which I recommend, which is this, American Ecstasy by John Amaro. John Amaro was one of those directors working in that New York scene that I talk about a lot. He was friends with the Finlays. In fact, his very first movie that he did was Body of a Female with Michael Finlay, which is now a lost film, unfortunately. This is a little memoir about his time in film and then later in TV. And it's cool. It's really great. It was done with help of some people from the Rialto Report. You might know about that website. Great book. This is from, it's not even that old, 2 years ago, I think. When was it published? 2021. Okay, so it's been just a couple of years ago. Relatively recent. If you haven't read it and you're interested in that New York indie sexploitation scene, check it out. I actually liked it so much, I sent him some fan mail. I found his address on the internet, and I sent him a thank you letter for the book. And he actually wrote me back, which is really cool. So, we got some peep in the chats. Congrats, Rob. Thank you. Cool. Was just watching The Hitchhikers, 1972. The Hitchhiker, you mean? With no S, or is there a different one? I know The Hitchhiker. With what's his name? Scary guy. My brain is totally blanking. Rutger Hauer, is that it? Yeah. Apple juice, sure. Yes, it's apple juice. Yep. I love the apple juice. Yep. Hello, all. Congratulations. Thank you. And congratulations. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, we got some people watching, which is cool. All right, so on to some movies that I've collected in the past couple of months. Some of them I've covered on the channel, but it's worth mentioning again. For example, this one I covered on the channel, The Curious Dr. Hump. Really great Argentinian sci-fi horror sexploitation thing. Highly recommended. And on this disc from Agfa and Something Weird, although I think I got this on Vinegar Syndrome. In fact, I know I got this from Vinegar Syndrome. This disc has a commentary track from Frank Henenlotter, which is a lot of fun. Tons and tons of background information. And it also has the original cut of this movie, like the Argentinian cut to the movie without all of the sexploitation inserts. It's actually, I don't know, it's maybe even better the original way. Like, it's a better put together movie in the sense that in the original one, without the sexploitation inserts, you get this cool like title sequence. And then the first time they reveal the monster's face, then it gets right into this cool animated title sequence, which is missing from the American sexploitation release. And the title sequence and then the dialogue in the film happen much sooner, like about 7 minutes in. There's like a 7-minute like cold open. It's weird in the American version, which is the one I reviewed in the channel. It's like 15 minutes before anyone talks in this movie because there's all this added, girl stuff, So, the original without that added stuff maybe is a better movie. Either way, both versions of it are great. And I love this movie, highly recommended. Check out my review if you haven't. And then the disc is not even that expensive. So I recommend that one as a bit of weirdness. So where did I leave off? We got some more comments. It was about a female commune that robbed travelers. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that. At least I don't think so. The Hitchhikers. Okay. Cool. Scotch or Canadian apple juice? This would be apple juice from Scotland. That's what I'm drinking tonight. Apple juice from Scotland. Yes. Oh, VT's here. Congratulations, Smutlord. Thank you, VT. I learned it by watching you. What are your top 3 roughies? Oh, boy, that's a hard one. I definitely would go with the Michael Finlay one in the top 3. Maybe The Kiss of Her Flesh, the last of the Flesh trilogy one. So that'd be in the top 3, The Kiss of Her Flesh. Boy, what else? I'd have to look at like a list to help me. Maybe The Defilers, David F. Friedman, The Defilers. That's like a landmark one. It's like in the history of roughies, that's a pretty important one. And then I guess if we count like either Lorna or Mudhoney as roughies, which sometimes people do, then maybe I'll go with one of those, like a Russ Meyer one. But I don't know if Lorna or Mudhoney would really count. Like, I guess they do kind of count. So maybe I'll go with like Mudhoney. So Mudhoney, Kiss of Her Flesh, then maybe like The Defilers. Yeah, but I have to think about it. But just off the top of my head, maybe those 3. 20-year-old apple juice. Oh, it's not that old. No, it's from the cheaper part of the apple juice section of the store. Yeah, all this time. There you go. The J&B makes some apple juice. Yes, nice. Yes, apple juice. Refreshing. So what else? Well, before going any further, I have to show the coolest thing that I've acquired in quite some time, which is this. This is the Vinegar Syndrome Lost Picture Show box set, which is 6 Blu-rays that has 10 previously lost genre films that Vinegar Syndrome has found and restored and released, and also includes a feature-length documentary about finding and restoring genre films. And this set is gorgeous. It's this like cool magnet box. Those are the 10 movies that are included, including one of the lost films here is a Joe Sarno film, which I haven't even seen that one yet. But Violated, where is it? Violated. I covered this one on the channel a while. That was a Zooksmith film, a previously lost Zooksmith film. And then this morning I watched, where is it? Oh, Last of the American Hobos, which is a documentary about hobos, which is a terrible movie, really, but pretty interesting. And had some really great music, a lot of like hobo, like folk tunes, which is pretty fun. And then I also watched, what else? I'm still working through this. Oh, I watched Beware the Black Widow. And that was done by, what's his name? I covered one of his roughies on the channel a few months ago. All Women Are Bad, whatever that guy's name is. So that's one of his films that was lost, which has now been found. So this set is awesome. And then comes with it, on the sides, the slip cases for both of the, can I show these? Yeah, slip cases for the 2 DVD sets. And then two, I have to be careful. I can show this the back side of this one. Two like 40-page booklets, little nice little, I have to be careful with what I show. Books, one gives history and background about the 10 movies, and then the other one has some essays on lost film. What a lost film is, how to become lost, and whatever. So yeah, really happy with that set. Really very, very cool. Still working through the movies, which are, they're not great movies or anything, but yeah, it's awesome that they were lost and now have been found, and now I can watch them, which is great. So highly recommend that. I picked it up as part of their Vinegar Syndromes. I think it was their Black Friday deal for like half price. So that was a good deal. Now I think it's still on sale on their website. Not for half price, but still a pretty good deal. So let's see. Scum of the Earth. Oh yeah, Scum of the Earth. Yeah, that's like the first roughie. Yeah, 1963, I think, or 64. Yeah, that's Herschel Gordon Lewis. Yeah, and that year, was it whatever, 63 or 64, he invented two subgenres. Scum of the Earth is like the first roughie, and then that's also the year, I believe, that Blood Feast came out, which is like the first splatter film. So pretty cool. Yeah, I really love your faith that you do 1930s preco films. Yep. My name is K1 Calendar. Right on. Cool. Yeah, I do occasionally do pre-code films, which they're not, I guess strictly speaking, most of the ones I cover are not exploitation films, but the pre-code films, some of them are. But it's just interesting to me how much more modern a lot of those feel. Because they were operating outside the Hays Code. I mean, the Hays Code, started to be enforced in 1934, and then suddenly movies got a lot more boring. But you get really like some sexed up stuff happening in the 1930s, which is a lot of fun. And some of them were exploitation films anyway. So, yeah. I see Vinegar Syndrome is dropping yes. Wait, I think it's Severin that's doing a remaster of Vixen. Yeah. Vixen, Super Vixens, and is it Up or Beyond the Valley of the Ultra Vixens? It might be Beyond the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. Yeah, they're putting out like 3 new scans of some Russ Meyer stuff. As far as I know, right now, it's just including the set that includes like a t-shirt and some like memorabilia. So something must have happened to the rights of this stuff, because for a long time, this stuff has not been available on physical media, really. I mean, I have the Arrow video DVD set. I think that's like the last like Russ Meyer stuff that's been put out. Because, when Russ died, his estate went to, I think it was like his nurse, and she didn't really care about his stuff or whatever. But now it looks like some things are happening, and maybe some of his stuff is going to start to get preserved, which is really very good news. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but yeah, it seems like things are happening now, which is nice. Rob, do you like any of the old drug or delinquency warning films? So I mean, like most college kids back in my day, we were pretty into like Reefer Madness and stuff. So yeah, those films are fun because they're just, I mean, they're so stupid. Like the acting is awful, and I mean, the characters act in these completely irrational ways. So they're fun, like in their ridiculousness. Right. But I don't know if I'm like a huge fan or anything, but I do like them in a way. In fact, I've just noticed that in the past like maybe like a couple months, the Something Weird video YouTube channel has started to upload a lot more of their stuff. I mean, there's big changes are happening with Something Weird. They shut down their website for a while. I think the last day to buy stuff was back in October, and I bought like a couple more roughies back in October before they closed. Or they will be opening up again. They're not going out of business or anything. Oh, here's somebody who is going to get banned. So goodbye. So first time I had to do that, but I don't play. So, let's see. I just picked up the last picture. Yep, well, cool. Went on sale for $48. Still waiting for it to be delivered. Yeah, they take a while to deliver. $48. That's better than the deal I got. I think when I bought it, it was $65. I think, or maybe that was with shipping. Yeah, but around there. Yeah. Or $60. Maybe it was $60. Some are serious, put out by the government. The government put out some of them. So unintentionally funded. Yes, absolutely. What's your favorite physical media distributor? I don't know. I mean, they all do a lot of similar stuff. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome puts out cool stuff. I mean, Severin. Yeah, I mean, there's Distripix who puts out Something Weird stuff. Like they put out the Flesh trilogy with Something Weird. Was that last year or 2 years ago? So that's cool. Yeah, I mean, Kino Lorber. I mean, a lot of them put out a lot of similar stuff. Arrow. I used to get more Arrow stuff, but then they left the EU, so now I sometimes worry about like customs and stuff, so I don't buy too much from Arrow anymore. Weird, I don't know why, but whenever I buy stuff from Vinegar Syndrome, they must have some sort of sweet deal with like the DHL, like the German post company, because I always get an email from the DHL like if I will grant them permission to take the package through customs. I'm like, yeah, do that. And then they do it and they deliver it right to my house and I don't have to pay anything extra. I don't know how that all works, but ordering from Vinegar Syndrome in the States, when they ship it, it gets here like 4 days later and DHL like takes care of the customs. I don't know how that works, but it's awesome. Wow, they deserve 4K. Yes, they do. The Russ Meyer things. Yes, they do. Yeah. Have you seen Fuego starring Isabel Sarli? No, I don't think I have. No, not that one. Cult Picks. Yes, Cult Picks. That's the streaming service, right? Yeah. Oh, yes, Battle Elf. You've been banned. Yes, sorry. So your comment I can't read and will not post. So bye forever. We will never see you again. Have you seen any of the British Confessions of films? Yes, I've seen a couple of those. They're stupid, which I guess is what they're intended to be. But yeah, I've seen. I should do some on the channel. Yeah, and I will eventually. Yes, Copics has the best stuff. Oh, okay. Distripix, yes. The Ron Sullivan early years, and yeah, they put out some cool stuff. Yeah, I think Distripix is a partner. They took over a lot of the Something Weird library recently, like because that like Mike Rainey died, and then his wife has been partnered up with people, and yeah, Distripix is one to help take care of some of that Something Weird library. More Caroline Monroe. Yeah, always a good idea. And I have been thinking about doing, even though it really doesn't fit with the channel at all, but I do like these like the Ray Harryhausen films, and I love the Sinbad film that Caroline Monroe is in, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, I think it's called. Yeah, but I mean, they don't really they don't really fit with the channel very well, so I probably won't do them. But yeah, I mean, maybe it would. I mean, I guess like 50s sci-fi stuff would fit, and I have done some 50s sci-fi, like the Fiend Without a Face, because those really were just sort of like, targeting kids as like B films and stuff, which is a kind of exploitation film in a way. It's funny because the narrator talks like it's Shakespeare, but it's not that good. I don't know what you're referring to there. Too many people commenting. I can't keep everyone straight. What's up? What's up? Madeline Smith. Yeah, yeah, such a hottie. Yeah, like in The Vampire Lovers. Yeah, she upstages Ingrid Pitt in that movie. She's so cute. Absolutely. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. Yes, doing okay. What else fun recently? This I hadn't seen before. Pretty cool. Deranged. Do you guys know about this? This is it's another movie inspired by Ed Gein, the serial killer that inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And this came out, I think, the same year as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And in many ways, it feels very similar to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Lots of similarities between this and TCM. Be a good double feature. So if you haven't seen Deranged, check it out. Similar to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's Tom Savini's very first film credit is this movie. In fact, I just saw today, this is like a 2-disc like special, is it 2-disc or one? It's got some special features on it and stuff. Yeah, and I just saw like today, I was on Vinegar Cinema's website. They're releasing this as like a 4K thing in the next year with a bunch of special features, which I already have on this disc. So, yeah, I guess I bought this too soon. But, it was at my local video place for €5, so I had to pick it up. And it's cool. I liked it. I don't know if I'll upgrade. I mean, this sort of like extremely low budget 70s thing, I mean, would an upgrade, is it going to make it look better? I don't know. I mean, maybe. So, oh wait, I gotta scroll back. I missed some people. So, along with the Sinbad movies, there was a wave of pirate movies in the 75. I remember seeing one that was pretty trashy when I was only 6. Yeah. Lena Romay, she's awesome. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing, was it Barbed Wire Dolls or Barbed Wire Girls? I think Barbed Wire, the Jess Franco Women in Prison thing. That movie is so ridiculous. The reason I've hesitated to do it, because I wouldn't be able to show hardly anything on YouTube for that movie. I guess it would work well if I just did it like for Patreon or something. That movie is just absurd. And I think that's the one where Lena Romay runs in slow motion, but it's not in slow motion. She just pretends like it's slow motion. It's so stupid. So that one's fun. And of course, one of these days I will do the Wicked Warden with Lena Romay and Diane Thorne. I'll do that eventually, which also will be difficult because I won't be able to show much. Why don't you like Westerns? I love Westerns. What are you talking about? One of my favorite film genres. In fact, I've got a couple of new ones. Excuse me. I found these cool little, the titles are in German. This newspaper, Süddeutsche Zeitung, they also put out like movie collections. Do they have a list? Oh, yeah, so there's like the Western collection. That's like the list, And I found a couple of them. This one, the titles are in German. This is 310 to Yuma, the original one. not the remake. That's really cool. Better than the remake, considerably, if you ask me. So I got that Western, and then this one. Which one was this in English? Oh, My Darling Clementine. This one's cool. Yeah, this is the the Wyatt Earp, OK Corral story with I believe Henry Fonda playing Wyatt Earp. Cool movie. Yeah, his performance as Wyatt Earp was quite nice. Hold on, let me find my water. Oh, here it is. Too much apple juice. So if you're asking why I don't cover Westerns on the channel more, it's because nobody ever watches those videos. Yeah, maybe I'll try it again, but yeah, I did like Django. I don't think really anyone watched that video, and I did a Fulci Western, which I remember the name of, Four for the Apocalypse, I think. Nobody watched that video, so. But I want to do like the Grand Silence, or the Great Silence, Gran Silencio. I want to do that one at some point. We'll see. Do you think, how do you pronounce that name? Is it Seamus O'Brien murder case from '77 will be reopened? No, I don't. I haven't heard of any reason to reopen it. I mean, wasn't it a pretty like cut and dry case of like home invasion, like robbery just gone wrong? I mean, was there anything more to the story than that? I mean, it's a sad story, but I mean, it was the '70s in New York, wasn't it? I mean, crime was crazy back then, especially in the big cities. Yeah, so I don't know if there's, but yeah, if you know more, let me know. I haven't heard anything. The best ski movie, Deranged? Yeah, it might be. If you don't count the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that movie's awesome. Yeah, it's his earliest job, I believe. Yeah, his first. I think it's his first credit. Deranged is probably the most accurate film. Yeah, I've heard that too. Very accurate telling of the story. I have HD Deranged on DVD for 20 years. Well acted film. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. The guy that plays Ed Gein, whatever his name is in the movie, it's not Ed Gein. He's good. He's creepy, like in a weird way. So what do I think of these? Chained Heat. I always get that confused with Caged Heat. I don't remember which one is which. One of them I liked more than the other. I like the one not by Jonathan Demme more. I don't remember which one that was, though. Red Heat. I don't think I've seen that one. Prison Heat. I might have seen that one. I'm not sure. It's so hard to keep all these straight. I mean, there's so many like women in prison things. I've seen like 100 of them. I don't know which ones I've seen anymore. I have to like look at like the pictures on IMDb or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, I have seen that. Jungle Warriors. I don't think I've seen that one. Have you seen 80s cult sleuth Amazon Woman on the Moon? Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. I have. What do you think of these? Oh wait, did I just do that one? Chained Heat. Yeah, that's a classic. And I reviewed it. Okay, cool. So then, yeah. Is that the one with Linda Blair? Is she in that one? Franco's great. Yeah. Well, I mean, Franco's got some really cool stuff and some absolutely horrendously terrible stuff. But he made like 300 movies. That's going to happen. I like the Trinity films. Okay. I don't know what those are. Do you like Pete Walker's films? I don't know. You'd have to let me know what he did. The name doesn't ring a bell. Have you covered any of the Playboy films of the 70s? No, I don't think so. I've covered a few that have Playboy models from the 70s who are also in movies, like Truck Stop Women has Claudia Jennings in it. And I did Invasion of the B-Girls once. That has a couple of Playboy models in that one. I don't think that's on the channel anymore, though. I think I deleted it. Hotspur and Hotspur. Yeah, I was thinking about doing Hotspur. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one is like a kind of a sexploitation thing too. There's a lot of nudity in that one. So maybe that would do okay on the channel. Who directed Hotspur? That was is that Bob Kress? Did he do that one? Do you own any of the Mill Creek 200 movie boxes? Yes, I do. I have the what's it called? 50 horror classics, I think. It's got a picture of who's on the cover? Phantom of the Opera, I think, is on the cover. But yeah, I do have one. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. And some really just garbage stuff too. But it's 50 like movies in the public domain. What are you gonna do? But I did. That's where I saw. What's it called? I liked it. But it's got something with shrews. The Killer Shrews. Yeah, I think that's in that collection. That was a lot of fun. I liked the Killer Shrews. There's some other kind of interesting stuff in there too. Yeah, there's a bunch of like Karloff stuff and old Lugosi stuff in there. Yeah, nice packaging. The version I have does not have nice packaging at all. It's this big box, but then the video or the discs are all in these paper slips, and they're on both sides, like 3 movies on both sides or whatever. And yeah, and it's kind of hard to figure out like which disc you need because the writing is just on the like on the rim or whatever. So I labeled all of those. I drew with like paint on the paper things to tell me which disc it is. My name is Nobody is Good with Terrence Hill and Henry Fonda. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I almost watched that the other day. It's on Plex. What does Winnetou do for you? Do you like those West German? No, not really. Yeah, I don't know, the Karl May kind of stuff kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know, strikes me as kind of racist somehow. Maybe it's not. But he's this German guy, never left Germany, and then sort of, and the Germans, like, they're weird in like how much they like love Indians. It's really strange. And like it's a kind of an older part of their culture too, which is really strange. Yeah, they have this weird relationship with Indians, and plus, I think a lot of the Winnetou stuff kind of just seems like a ripoff of like James Fenimore Cooper, like leather stocking tales. So I don't have a lot of respect for it, but I also don't have a lot of experience with it, so maybe it's unfair that I don't have a lot of respect for it. Yeah, I would maybe think better of it if I didn't live in Germany and talk to Germans all the time, because whatever, like, I talk about Native Americans or whatever, they all get excited. And then if I make the mistake of telling them that, like, my father he's dead now, but was an Indian Native American, like, oh really, that's so cool. I'm like, no, it's not really. I mean, he was just a dude. Here's a computer programmer, nothing special. They're like, oh, I'd like to meet him. Like, no, like, that's so dumb. Ever get to meet any stars or cast of your favorite films? No, I've never been like one of these conference people, or not conferences. What do they call them? What do they call, like, conventions? Yeah, I never went to any of these things. Yeah, I don't think I've ever met too many people in the movie business, really. I met some local, like, German filmmakers who do like documentaries and stuff, but it's not like I'm into their stuff. Yeah, a lot of the people that I like are dead. Yeah. In fact, I haven't met too many famous people in general. Not really. I mean, I met the Ramones. They're probably the most famous people I met. That was really cool because I'm a big Ramones fan. So that was awesome to like meet them and talk to them for a while. Yeah, and then I think a few other like random people, like, you know, if I was at like a hotel in Chicago or whatever, like, oh, you know, you're one of the Baldwins. Like, what's up, dude? What do you think about martial art films? Have you seen Melancholy der Engel? Um, yeah, I mean, I used to watch them martial art films a lot as a kid. I mean, back in the, you know, 70s and 80s, there was kind of a big thing in American TV, like kung fu movies and stuff. And my dad was a big fan of, like, you know, kung fu movies. So yeah, I kind of grew up watching those on the weekends. Um, and no, I haven't seen Melancholy de Engel, although I keep meaning to, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Robert's Blossom. That's right, Robert's Blossom. Yeah, interesting name. The actor in Deranged. That's who he's referring to. Have you considered doing Indian exploitation? So you'd have to give me an example. You don't mean like from India, but you mean like Native American Indians? I've been thinking about doing Soldier Blue. that's that's definitely kind of an exploitation film. Cage Teat was 74. Okay, that's the Demi one then. Chain Teat was 83. Okay, then that is going to be the one I like more, Chain Teat, the 83 one. Yeah, there's some cool people in that. I think that's like Tamara Dobson's one of her last roles. And then Linda Blair's in that one. What about Canucksploitation? Yeah, I'm sure I'll get around to some Canucksploitation at some point. I'm not sure what. Yeah. Do you think you're going to cover more Jap? Yes, I am. In fact, there's one coming up in a couple of weeks. Yep, definitely. The one with Blair, yes. Yeah, and the hot tub, exactly. The warden is what is that? John Vernon is the warden. He's got a hot tub as office. Yeah, it's awesome. That movie's a lot of fun. Yeah, and the girl who gets in the hot tub, who is that? It's someone else. She's also done other stuff. Is she the girl that's also in Deathstalker 2? What's her name? Pete Walker directed Die Screaming, Marianne, The Flesh and Blood Show, Frightmare, House of Woodcourt, House of Morrison. I don't recognize any of that. Yeah, showing my ignorance tonight. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, with Gavin, right. Yeah, Erica Gavin in the 74 one. Oh, cool. Imprint, Legend of Black Charlie, not the original title. I've been looking for that for a while. The Soul of Black Charlie, also not the original title. I can't say the original title of those movies. Yeah, Fred Williamson, like Western in a bit. Yeah. And I've been looking for those for a while, so that's really cool that they're putting them out. That's awesome. Superfly TNT, okay. Oh, Detroit 9000, nice. Are these movies any good? So Superfly TNT, I haven't seen, but I heard it's pretty bad. Detroit 9000, as far as I remember, that's a really low budget, kind of like regional film. So it's kind of cool to see. It's one of those ones where you watch, you're like, oh, that's what Detroit looked like in 1973. So I think maybe it's kind of cool for that. The director of that was interviewed. I can't remember his name, but Josiah Howard interviewed him in the book Blaxploitation Cinema, and I think Josiah likes Detroit 9000. And yeah, and then for the Charlie ones, I like Fred Williamson. I like almost everything he did, and I'm a big fan of another Western he did at that time called Boss and whatever. I can't say the name of that either. That's a really cool movie. I'm a big fan of that one. I haven't seen The Legend or The Soul because I haven't been able to find them. I've been looking for years and years and years. And I don't know if they're ever put out before. on physical media, and if they were, they definitely didn't make it to Europe. I mean, being over here makes it doubly hard to find some of this stuff, and those are a couple that I haven't been able to find. Winnetou movies are corny. Scenery is great. Okay. They're more sympathetic. Yeah, I'm not surprised they're more sympathetic since the Germans are all like into them and stuff. Yeah, no surprise. Big Marsha Jordan fan. College Girl's my favorite. Count right, yes, Count Yorga Vampire. I'll probably do that one at some point. Yeah. Thank you on the 10K. Yeah, with some of this stuff, I'm the only game in town. Obviously with some of this stuff, there's lots of people that do it. I mean, Brandon Tenold, he does some cult films, and there's been some overlap a little bit with some of our stuff. And Dark Corners, they do a bunch of similar stuff. They've done like a lot of the Roger Corman stuff, or all the Roger Corman stuff that I've covered, like on their website. Yeah, but with other things like the New York like roughy scene, like there's really no one else that I've been able to find on YouTube talking about that stuff. At least, and for the few people that I have run across that talk about like Finlay or Amaro or whatever, they didn't seem to know much about it. So thanks. So I'm glad you found me, and thank you. What do Germans think of? Yeah, so I think most of them have been banned here, so I don't think they have a whole lot of experience with them, really. A couple of weeks ago, some friends of my wife came over, and they were going to watch a movie, and they were looking at my collection, and they didn't recognize most of the stuff I have, and I was like, oh, well, you want to watch this? And I handed the guy like a copy of Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS. And he's like, what is this? He's like, why do you even have this? So he didn't know what it was. I don't think I met anyone here who knows what it is. Yeah, and they're all, when they look at my DVD collection, they're surprised that I have it. And they're like, you need to explain some things, Rob. I'm like, yeah, I can explain. Never watched one. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, The Good. That's awesome. That is amazing. And you didn't even ask a question. That's great. Thank you so much. Any interest in covering Paul Morrissey, Andy Warhol? Yeah, I even started working on a review of Frankenstein. And I don't know what happened. That was like a year ago. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I kind of, saved it, and I closed the document, and then later I just didn't return to it. And I don't know why. But yes, I have thought about it. I've even started on it. I just haven't finished it. Surreal art films like El Topo or Eraserhead. Probably not. No, not unless it was. Yeah, I mean, I think about it sometimes, like getting more into cult stuff instead of just like the sexier side of exploitation stuff. Because I would like to do like a Fantastic Planet at some point. But yeah, it just doesn't really fit with like what my audience is into, I think. But maybe they would. And then Eraserhead, I don't know if anyone who watches my stuff would be interested in that. I'm not sure. But I guess I could just experiment and see. Maybe people would like to see a review of Fantastic Planet or Eraserhead. I don't know. Soldier Blue. Yeah, Soldier Blue. I was just talking about that film tonight with my wife because we were watching on Netflix this new Western series, which is pretty violent, called American. I don't remember what it's called. So it's a new mini series on Netflix. It's a really violent Western. And I was like, oh, this reminds me of Soldier Blue. Yeah, I'm sure I'll do Reform Schoolgirls at some point. Challenge of the Tiger, martial arts plus exploitation, gold, nice. Yeah, there's some of those that are quite fun, like Sex and Fury. That's a good one. The Corpse Eaters, 1974. Right, yes, yeah, great title. They. Oh yeah, Arrow puts out cool stuff. Brazilian horror director. Oh right, I was just talking about some of that stuff on Discord the other day. Actually, one of the guys in there was going to watch one of them. What's up, Steve? What's up? Oh, cool. I heard she was really lovely in person, but I never met her. Black Gestapo. Yes, I've also been thinking about doing that one. Yeah, in fact, I almost started working on that one 2 weeks ago to do for next week, but I decided to do something else. But Black Gestapo is definitely on my mind because it's been a while since I've done a Blaxploitation film, and that one might work. Yes, but yeah, I have been thinking about that one. It's so weird watching that one now because when I was a kid, I was a big fan of Night Court. Used to watch that like all the time when I was like 11. And it's weird seeing like the nice, like court bailiff from Night Court be in that movie. Heat 72, oddly watchable from Warhol. I don't think I've seen that one. French exploitation films. I did a French exploitation film last week. Emmanuel Part 2. Or 2 weeks ago. Or what was it? Yeah. But yeah, I do those occasionally. And like I was saying, I do want to do Fantastic Planet. Which is a French film. I don't know if it's exactly exploitation, but the aliens in it wear shirts where their shirts have holes over you know what, so those are hanging out the whole time. So that maybe counts for like what I do. I don't know. American Prime, yes, that's the name of the series. We watched 2 episodes tonight, the first 2. And yeah, I like it so far. It's very like kind of well shot, some realistic, which is to say horrific displays of violence. I dig it so far. So far, I'm into it. Yeah, B movie. Yeah, yeah. Black Gestapo, yes, do it. Yeah, I will. I will. It's been on my mind. What's up, William Nash? Not a whole lot. Oh, here's more. Thank you very much, Despair, 1945. That's a good, this is very nice. Fingernails are horrifying. Have you seen The Reason Buck Said? No, someone just mentioned it, but I haven't seen it. I love that the toilet flush makes that scene. That is so great. It's just a fantastic example of how like a sound effect can like totally elevate what's going on. Yeah, that's a great scene. It's after that the movie kind of goes downhill actually. But how do you achieve those kinds of heights again? Zeta One, British sci-fi sex comedy. Don't know unless I've seen a couple, and some of these things go under different names. Is that also called the Sexplorer? Because I've seen that one. I know I've definitely seen that one. Wizards Last Night. Yeah, Ralph Bakshi. I love his stuff. Yeah. When did you meet the Ramones? Lucky dog. Ramones story. That's actually a pretty good story. I was like 17. Yeah, I was about 17. A punk kid in Michigan, and we heard that the Ramones were opening up for White Zombie. It was that tour they did with White Zombie. This would have been, I don't know, like 93, 94, something like that. And so we went there, me and my other like punk friends, and we had like signs we made, like said like "Hey ho, let's go" and whatever. And yeah, and then during the Ramon show, or just after their set ended, like some old crusty punks came up to us, And they're like, "You're not here for White Zombie, are you?" We're like, "No, we just came to see the Ramones." And they're like, "Well, we're friends of theirs. Like, we know, where they're staying. If you want to like meet and hang out, like, come with us to the hotel." So we're like, "Yeah, absolutely." So we skipped White Zombie to go and hang out with the Ramones, which I think was worth it. I like White Zombie, but getting to hang out a little bit with the Ramones was better. I think was probably better. Any shot on video movies? Probably. I've been thinking. I thought for a time about doing a Boarding House. I do like that movie. I mean, it's like pretty bad, but I do like it. So I've been thinking about doing Boarding House as a shot on video thing. And yeah, there's probably a couple others that I'd be interested in doing. Let's see. Now there's a little bit of a lull. Oh, well, I've been trying to build up a little bit my 50s sci-fi knowledge and collection. And to that end, I got this, which is a lot of fun. The Brain from Planet Aros is the English title. And it's got these cool big floaty brains that possess people in it. And there's an evil big floaty brain, and then there's like a cop big floaty brain. And this movie is awesome. So I definitely recommend checking out The Eyes. What's it called? The Brain from Planet Aros. It should be called The Brains because there's more than one. But that was a lot of fun. I recommend that one. And also got Fantastic Planet, which I hated. Then this thing was like a big classic. Everyone loves Fantastic Planet. I mean, they even mention it in the Rocky Horror Picture Show soundtrack, and Francis stars in Fantastic Planet. I didn't like it though; it was terrible. And then got the Blu-ray of the original Body Snatchers, which I love, and I've seen it many times before. But you can tell it's the German copy because it's not called the Body Snatchers, but it is the Body Snatchers, the original 50s Body Snatchers. Thoughts on Andy Milligan films? Yeah, those are pretty bad. And it's another one that I've been meaning to get to. I've got a copy of Seeds around here somewhere. I've been thinking about doing some Andy Milligan stuff. Good story, thanks. Oh, you're welcome. The movie Get Crazy from the same director, Rockville High School, is on YouTube. We'll check it out. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Rockville High School's fun. What do you think of The Sinful Dwarf? Well, I'm in a little bit minority here as a fan of this kind of stuff. That I don't really like The Sinful Dwarf very much. I like the look and feel of it. It's nice and sleazy and gross, and the dwarf looks cool. But the movie gets pretty boring at times. And there's like the scene where like the mom sings and stuff. But the woman in it, the main female victim, she's beautiful. So I like watching it for her. But I'm not a huge fan. For like the kind of like white slavery movies with a dwarf, I much prefer Bloodsucking Freaks. I like Bloodsucking Freaks a lot. Rob reviewed it. Yes, I did. It's actually one of my favorite reviews that I've done, actually. So I recommend watching the Sinful Dwarf review. I think it's pretty funny. Have you seen The Brain? Yes, I have. I have it over there. In fact, this other Brain one I just took from next to it on that section of the shelf because I have a short section of the shelf dedicated to Brain movies. So there's the Brain from Planet Oros, there's The Brain, and then there's The Brain That Wouldn't Die. I think I might have one more, but there's a couple of Brain movies. Sorry I missed that. Go back and watch it after the live stream, of course. It's a good review. Sort of like a goofier 50s version of The Hidden. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Just watched The Body Beneath. I haven't seen that one. The third and final Reanimator. The third one's pretty bad. Although the effects are kind of good at the beginning, with the one zombie with his like jaw hanging off and he's drinking milk. That's pretty cool. Any Exploitation coming? Oh, there is. In fact, there's one coming on Monday, actually. So yes, there's Exploitation coming very soon. And it's the very next video is the Exploitation movie. Yeah, Common Law Wife. That's the old classic one. Yep. Yeah. Absolute favorite B movie, babe. Whew, man. That's a tough one. Maybe Ushi. Yeah. I mean, she's so much fun on screen. Not the best actress in the world, but I like her a lot. But yeah, that's a tough one. But I'd probably go with a Russ Meyer gal. So yeah, maybe Ushi. Yeah, and then back in the sexploitation, like New York days. I mean, maybe Uta Erickson. She's wonderful. But there's so many great people from back in those days. That's a really tough question. But yeah, maybe I'll go with Ushi. She's been in tons and tons of stuff, and she's fun to look at in various ways. Third Reanimator. Thoughts? I love them, especially the first. Yeah, the first, Stone Cold classic. I love it. I like the second one a lot too. The third one, not nearly as good as the other two. Yeah, but I do like the first two a lot. Have you seen Shogun's Joy of Torture? No, I don't think so. Oh, really? That's cool. I don't think he liked that movie. He's got a quote about that movie where he says something like, by releasing it, he secured his place in hell or something like this. Man with X-ray eyes. Yeah, I've seen that. I think I have that. I think that's in that 50s, like that Mill Creek collection that I have. I think. But yeah, I've seen it. Frank Henenlotter, yeah, I always intend to do some of his stuff at some point. I do love him a lot. CB Hustlers, yeah, Ushi's and CB Hustlers. That's true. Love John Waters. Used to watch him all the time when I was a college student. Yeah, big fan. And some of his quotes from the movies just kind of like have lived rent free in my head for decades, you know. Like there's this just wonderful section in Desperate Living that I just think about constantly, where like Mink Stole gets really mad and she shouts out at the kids playing on the lawn, like, "Go home to your mother. Doesn't she ever love you? This isn't some communist daycare center." And I just love that communist daycare center. And whenever I hear kids outside my window, I want to shout at them, "This isn't some communist daycare center." But I don't, of course, because that would be a crazy person thing to do. Personal fave, very good. Oh yeah, Debra Caprioglio. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah, Paprika. Yeah, Tinto Brass Paprika. She looks amazing in that. Yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah. X, very good. Yep. Yeah. Ushi, great choice. Yeah, Ushi, pretty cool. Swedish sensation films we plan to cover. Not any plans. I think I got a couple of those, like 6 Swedes in a boarding house and some weird stuff like that. I've got some of that stuff around here somewhere. Yeah, I might do some at some point. Hey, there's Jeebus. Very good. Finally made it. I got to see Vixen last night. Oh, cool. Yeah. Did you buy one of the new releases? Are they out yet? Or did you procure it in some other manner. Exploitation movie which went way, way too far. Ooh. I don't know. I have a good answer for that. All of the Italian cannibal films, like they all go too far, because, I mean, slaughtering animals on camera for entertainment is gross, and they should not have done that. So I don't like them, or I don't like the fact that they did that. I mean, yeah, that's not cool. It's okay to kill animals and eat them, but to like make it as entertainment, yeah, didn't like that. Don't like that. So yeah, I know people say that like, oh well, it was just the times. I mean, no, it wasn't just the times. I mean, we're talking about like the 1970s, early 1980s. My mom was a teenager in the mid 1970s, and I'm pretty sure that my mom knew it was wrong to kill animals and film it for fun. She knew that. I'm sure of it. So I don't buy that. So yeah, that's my answer to that one. Oh, okay, upscale DVD. Okay. Oh wait, how many more roughies do you have left to do? Oh, I don't know. From like that '60s scene, I don't know how many there are. I think Frank Henenlotter in the documentary that Sexploitation, I think in there he mentioned that there were like I think he said like only around 50 or 80 of these things that were made. So I think that's his estimate. Some of these are lost films, so I'll never be able to do all of them, of course. I mean, in fact, Michael Finlay's very first film, Body of a Female, is a lost film. So nobody has seen that unless you saw it in the theaters back in like 1966. Yeah, so let's say maybe there's like 50. I've already done, I think, over 20. So I might be over halfway done. Maybe, but we'll see. Maybe they'll find more, and maybe I'll be able to find more. So we'll see. Okay. There's a smiley face. Okay. So I did review Once Upon a Time, Cannibal Ferox. I did review that. It's a ripoff of Man Called Horse, which is not bad. No, that's not bad. Richard Harris, right? Yeah, but like I said, I don't really like the cannibal films. Most of the movies I review on my channel are things I like. So I don't know if I'll do that. I don't know. Word. Sinister Cinema Label. That sounds familiar, but no, it doesn't come to mind. With William Grefe. Don't think so. Oh, okay, that's good. No animal cruelty. That's a plus. So indicated the other day that more Rustmire is coming. Cool. Probably an announcement around Valentine's Day. Nice. It won't be Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. Okay, that's safe. Yeah, sure, that's safe for last. Yeah. I mean, I have all of his stuff on DVD, or at least whatever is in that Arrow set. But yeah, some of my favorites I would probably rebuy on Blu-ray, especially if there were some special features. But yeah, like Mudhoney, I would buy that again. And maybe Good Morning and Goodbye. I think that would look good if it was remastered. That's a nice looking movie anyway. Nice bright colors and lots of pastels and stuff. Prostitutes Protection Society, Amazeballs. Cool, right? I will get to it eventually. The Pickup 68 is pretty good. Okay. Drink Your Blood is fun. Yes, it is. I think that's Lynn Lowry's first film credit. Sinister Cinema is still around. Oh, okay. So anything else interesting? Well, we were talking about Reanimator. Oh, shit, I can't show that cover. I'll show the inside of the box. We're talking about Brian Yuzna's Reanimator 2. Well, he also made this movie. Return of the Living Dead Part 3. So I found this 2-disc set of that, which includes an uncut open matte version of the film. So I was happy to find that. Cool movie, cool zombie movie. Doesn't quite live up to the original Return of the Living Dead, but not bad. I liked it. And what else? Oh, another zombie kind of thing. Picked up Dead and Buried. This is an interesting one. If you haven't seen that, Dead and Buried is kind of cool. Yeah, it plays out. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's one of these like small town sort of a conspiracy thing is kind of happening. You think so? It's one of those kinds of movies with zombies in a way. I liked it. It's pretty cool. My complaint though is it's really dark. I mean, this is a common problem with older movies where they shoot at night and it's just the screen is black or mostly black, and that happens a lot in this movie, which disappoints me. So this is one of the rare movies where I think I would be interested in a remake of. So somebody out there remake Dead and Buried and turn some lights on so I can see what's going on because I do like the movie. The story's cool. It's a bit dark though. Hard to see what's happening. Film is a visual medium, people. I want to see what's going on the screen. But maybe I have a crappy DVD. I don't know. Anyone have like a better version of this where you can see what's going on when like they're in the cellar and stuff? Because like when they go in that house, like in the first like maybe 20 minutes of the movie or so, like there's like this long sequence where you just can't, like there's no lights on in the house, and then the wife is like, go in the cellar and try to turn on the fuse box or whatever, and the guy goes in the cellar, he's got like a match, like you can't see anything for like 10 minutes. But I like the movie though. Recommend it. I saw the guy's comment. I feel like Cannibal Holocaust has a big gap in your channel, even though I don't know how you'd get that up on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not going to do Cannibal Holocaust. I don't like it. I don't. Yeah, it is a gap. I know it's a gap, and I know that plenty of people who watch and like the kind of stuff that I talk about like these cannibal movies, and that's fine. I don't. I gotta be me. Dead and Buried is terrific. Yeah, it's cool. I like it a lot. Yes. Yeah, Robert Englund is in there. Yeah. And the syringe to the eye kill. Yep, that's the one. Yep, that's the one. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Looks much better. Not really so dark. Nice. Yeah. That was a problem with all Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I got to upgrade then, because I do like the movie. I think I would like it a lot more if I could see what was going on in like half of the movie. Okay. So good to know it's not just my crappy DVD. It was all DVDs. Any favorite Joe D'Amato films? Boy, I don't know. I have to think about it. And I'd have to look at a list of what he did. Disco Godfather, all-time worst Latino film ever. It's Rudy Ray Moore. What do you expect? He didn't have any money. Showed up late and got to leave early. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Thank you, and congratulations. Thank you. Society is severely lacking a severe. You're my new TV guide channel. Thank you. Yes, I agree. Society is lacking some counterculture these days. And what's weird, to a certain extent, the apple juice is catching up to me. Some people that are like very much part of the culture think that they're not, and think that they are counter, which is really weird that they have this thought. Yeah. Like the other day, like a few weeks ago, I made just some stupid throwaway joke about Joe Rogan. It was nothing mean or anything. But then, his fanboys came out in the comments complaining that I made some joke about Joe Rogan. And they were talking in a way that, like, he was, like, the counterculture and I was the one buying into mass media. I'm like, no. He's the most popular, like, podcaster in the world. I'm sitting in my living room. Like, It's like, get it straight, people. Yeah, he is mass media. I'm not. Yeah. Thank you. Exactly. Yeah. Right. What other fun things do we have? Oh, another small town movie. I picked up this European release, Mutant, or maybe this is like the original release, but you might also know it by Night Shadows. I didn't know anything about this, but whenever I'm at my local video place and I see this company, which Focus Classic Cult Collection, I buy it. This is a little label here in Germany. They put out a bunch of genre stuff, and I don't often recognize much of what it is. But whenever I see that, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's worth checking out. They put out weird shit, which is how I found The Suckling, which I love. So sometimes I find stuff that I'm like, oh, that is so cool. Other times it's not so great. This movie is okay. It's like a kind of zombie kind of thing. There's some interesting stuff about it. The zombies in this have hot hands, so they can like melt through like the glass of like the car, which is kind of cool. Overall, not the best zombie movie ever, but it was kind of interesting. But yeah, I got it because there was this label, which is also, the same label, which is also the reason I got this, Flesh-Eating Mothers. And it was pretty funny. It's not good, but there's some funny stuff in it. It's a bad movie. I mean, this is kind of bad too. But this is bad. Like, it's a bad movie. But it was entertaining enough. And there was like a couple of lines in there. I'm like, okay, that's legitimately funny. So I'm not sad I watched it. But and how could you not buy something called Flesh-Eating Mothers? It's like the best title ever. So, peace. Yeah, Steve, gotta take off. Yep. With no animals, Cannibal Apocalypse stars John Saxon. Shot in Atlanta. We're seeing. Okay, all right. Yep. John Saxon did tons of cool stuff. We'll check it out. Yeah, me too. Is that the mutant with wings, Hauser? Yes, it is. Oh wait, where'd it go? Yeah, it's he's in there. Is he? Yeah. Can you see him? There he is. Yeah, he's in there. He does okay. Yeah, kind of chews it up a bit, but yeah, he's all right. Yeah. I think the Stacy Keach one doesn't either. Okay, I don't know what you're referring to. Great title. I assume you're thinking of Flesh-Eating Mothers. Yes, I agree. It's a great title. Blue Underground 4K Dead and Buried. Oh, from 2021. Okay, that's the one to get. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I mean, Bill Lustig from, founder of Blue Underground, he does good work. If you upgrade, I got it just for the Blu-ray copy. Yeah, I don't have a 4K TV, so wouldn't do me any good either. But okay, good to know. I'll look into that. Devil Hunter, okay. D'Amato. Do you think they had restaurants on Planet of the Apes? I don't know. They had all kinds of buildings, at least in the first movie. And the later movies, their budget was so small, I don't know if they had any buildings. But I mean, the second one, they're underground in some sort of building, I guess. Gonna have to look for Flesh-Eating Mothers. It's not good. Like, don't be like, oh, Rob said this was awesome. No, I didn't. I said it was bad, and it is bad, but it has a few funny parts. That's what I'm saying. And a great title. The Suckling is similar. Yeah. I love The Suckling. It's so cool. AKA Sewer Baby. So in your region, wherever you are in YouTube land, it might be called Sewer Baby, but The Suckling is cool. Any movies like The Violent Years or Teenage Gang Dads? Yeah, maybe. maybe. I don't know though. Not sure how well. I don't know if people would turn out to watch those reviews. I'm not sure. I think the general impression I get from the chat is I should experiment more. Vixen, I dig her. Yeah, she's got wild eyebrows in that movie. Mm-hmm. Sword and Sandal. Yeah, I mean, I did a Deathstalker 2 a little while back, last year, maybe, or 2 years ago. And there's some other ones I might do, like Barbarian Queen or something. Bad movies are my favorite. Not mine. I mean, the movies that I like, well, obviously they're bad. But I don't think they're bad when they're interesting. Yeah, so the stuff, generally speaking, the stuff I review on my channel, I like. That's generally true. There's some stuff that I'll review that I don't really like, just for completeness sake. Like I'm trying to review every roughie, and then some of those I don't really like the last one that I did, She Came on the Bus. Like that's a bad movie. But generally speaking, if it's on my channel, it is something that I like watching. Hardest movie to get through, I'd nominate Monster a Go-Go. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if a movie's boring, I just turn it off. That's generally how I roll. So hard to get through in the boring sense, none, because I just hit stop. Like a few weeks ago, I tried to watch another Netflix Western, like with an all-black cast, which I was pretty excited about. What's it called? The Harder They Fall or something like that. But I turned it off after like 70 or 80 minutes because it was just boring. It's like, nope, done. But in terms of like content, hard to get through. I mean, the movies that affect me the most are the ones that are either based on true stories or feel like they could be. I have a hard time, even though I like, I like the movie The Girl Next Door like a lot. I think it's a great movie, but it is hard to watch. So that one's a hard one for me to watch. Not the sex comedy Girl Next Door, which I also like, but like the disturbing The Girl Next Door, that's a hard one to watch. Eden Lake, in a kind of a similar way, is kind of hard to watch. So those are the ones that are hard for me to watch. The ones that feel realistic in a way, like the torture kind of stuff. Mexican exploitation films. Probably. I mean, I watched Night of the Bloody Apes the other day. I might do that one at some point. That's a Mexican film. Troll 2, no, never. Because I only review movies that I like, and I don't like that. It's boring and it sucks. I don't review movies that suck. Favorite heavy. Klaus Kinski's a good pick. Favorite heavy. Lee Van Cleef. Can I do that? He's the bad and the good, the bad, the ugly. He's a pretty good heavy. He's a good one. He's a good pick. I have to think of. Are we back? Okay, sorry. Necromantic. Okay, yeah, understandable. Night of the Bloody Apes is great. I don't know about that, but there's definitely some fun stuff in that movie. So, I need to think of something special to do with this one. Black Devil Doll. I had to pick up this, and I do want to do this at some point, even though it would be hard to do on the channel. But I was thinking about, sometimes I collab with like Rashad, and I don't know if he's seen this. It might be fun to like send it to him and then just record him watching it and then like cut together a review of like his reaction with me torturing him by making him watch Black Devil Doll. Yeah, if you have any other ideas on how to best treat this masterpiece, let me know, because I think there's some fun to be had in covering Black Devil Doll. If you don't know Black Devil Doll, well, it says right here, he's a lover, he's a killer, he's a motherfucking puppet. Yeah, that's the Black Devil Doll. It's a fun movie. It's pretty bad though. Confessions book, terrible but sort of fun, and a saucy 70s book. Oh, okay. I've been reading a memoir kick recently. Last one I finished was I read the Britney Spears memoir, which is kind of interesting. And then I read this John Amaro thing. And then I read Patti Smith one about her in New York, growing up or living with like Robert Mapplethorpe. Yeah, I've been reading a lot of memoirs. Any plans for it? No plans, but yeah, always a possibility. This is fun. If you like Elvis, this is fun. This big Are we back? Having internet trouble. Maybe that's the sign to go away. So this is the 68 comeback special, but it's like a 3-disc thing, which includes like everything that they shot, which also includes like the 2 like sit-down concerts he did with his band. And I love those concerts. It's just Elvis and some guys sitting in a circle playing rhythm and blues songs, and they're fantastic. So if you like Elvis, check this out. I like Elvis. Chuck Vincent films, possibly. As a punk fan, do you like 60s garage rock? Absolutely. I love 60s garage rock bands. The Kinks, one of my favorite bands. I like the 13th Floor Elevators. I like a lot. I don't know, they're a garage rock band or a psychedelic band, but they're kind of in that vein. But their album, The Psychedelic Sounds of the 13th Floor Elevators, is a great album. I listen to that all the time. Early The Who I like. I think that might qualify. Later The Who sucks, like the whole Tommy stuff. But yeah, I like that stuff a lot. I like the proto-punk stuff, especially the Kinks. Like, I'm a huge Kinks fan. I love their stuff. Thing I'm watching lately tonight, which is a Blaxploitation musical. Nice. Let me know how it goes. I don't know what that means. Have you seen Hollywood 90028 that Grindhouse put out? No, I haven't. The Seeds rule. The Milliken film. I love the Litter. Okay. Such a great band. The Rationals. I don't know if I know them. Night of the Bloody Apes made me yearn for Santo. Yeah, I need to watch more of the Santo movies. I think I've seen like only one. I don't even know what it's called. That's a big gap in my film knowledge. So, anything else fun? Oh, my daughter is getting into musicals. Well, she's been into musicals for a while. So I got her this. So I'm going to watch this with her maybe next week. I'll let you know. Yeah, it's a musical. She'll love it. Super happy, like all musicals should be. Dancer in the Dark. Right. I guess that's kind of about it. I upgraded to a Blu-ray of Two Mules for Sister Sarah. I like that movie a lot. Marlon Brando, The Wild Ones. That's fun. This was cool. I didn't know anything about this. Angel Heart. That's fun. Feel like a horror thriller. Angel Heart is worth checking out. Mickey Rourke looks great. Robert De Niro got kind of creepy in this movie. It's like a horror thriller mystery thing in a very sweaty Louisiana. Yeah, I need to watch it again because some parts of the story I was like, wait, what's going on? But it's kind of cool. So yeah, if you're looking for something a little more mainstream, Angel Heart, maybe. So the Seeds are a band. Oh, okay. All right. So not the Andy Milliken movie. Okay. Rationals were a garage band. Okay. And Iggy Pop, the head. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I love Iggy Pop. Nuggets box set. Okay. Good Large Venture. Yes. Uh-huh. Angel Heart, great flick. Yeah, I like that one. I was impressed. I need to watch it again. It's worth revisiting, I think. Angel Heart's cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa Bonet. Right. Yes. Oh, is that what got her written off the Cosby Show? Yeah, it's a saucy movie. And she's got some spicy scenes in that movie. Yep, that's true. Yeah. She's a pretty good actress. I also like her. There's another movie I like a lot. High Fidelity. She's in that too. That's good. So, what else? Oh, last one of any note. Anyway, I got a bunch of other stuff, but most of it's pretty boring. But this I thought was interesting. Night of the Demons. So I love the original. This is the remake. I didn't have high hopes for it, but it was €3, so I bought it. The monsters in this look really good. So I can say that about the movie. I was not disappointed because the effects were quite nice. So if you want to see some cool demon monsters, I can recommend Night of the Demons. And they recreate the lipstick scene from the original in a pretty nice way. So it's got the lipstick scene redone with who's the actress? Oh, I don't remember who it was, but it's pretty good. And cool looking monsters. It's not great, definitely nowhere near as great as the original. Not even close, actually. But the monsters look cool. You should review the following: Malibu Bikini Shop, Joy of Flying, The Joy of Sex. Well, it sounds like my kind of stuff. Euros, where are you in the world? I'm in Germany. I thought you were in the US. Nope. I am in Germany. I'm from America. I am an American, which is why my English is so good. But I live in Germany. And I have lived in Germany for like 20 years. Yeah. Thanks, Rob. Guten Nacht, I think. No. Guten Nacht. But yes, thank you. Good night to you as well. Right. And I think that about do it for me as well. Thank you for everyone that showed up. Biggest turnout I've had on one of these by far is like around, right now it's saying there's like 48 people, which is awesome. Normally it's like 10. So that's cool. Right. Cool. Hi. Hello from the UK. I was there last summer. I had a good time in London and then a week in Folkestone. So yes, UK was fun. Congrats on Nikkei. Thank you. Thank you. Loved Angel Heart. Wait, did they? I should watch those sequels again. I don't remember. I mean, I guess I only, for the Toxie sequels, I guess I only really like Citizen Toxie. Parts 2 and 3 kind of like, they weren't exactly my thing. They had parts that I liked. But Citizen Toxie I like all the way through. Congrats, thank you. Yeah. Hey from Ohio. Hey. That's where I was born. I was born in Ohio. And then moved to Michigan when I was like 11. And I lived in Michigan all the way through college. Right. So I know the area well, Ohio. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you again for subscribing and hanging out with me here tonight and chatting. And I will see you, or you will see me, on Monday. Good night.